I've got an idea. I've got an idea.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Happy Sunday. Let me get some stuff straight here. Um, well. Okay, y'all bear with me a second. How y'all doing? I need to change some things. And Facebook is not allowing me to do it. Okay, y'all hold tight. We are going to come back. I'm not going to be on here long. I want to, maybe I can do it right here. Yes, thank you. Jeez, that was kind of hard. Okay, so listen, y'all forgive me for that. Hey, but first, man, let me introduce myself. My name is Eric Kirk, and I am the author of The Power to, coming soon, real soon. We're gonna be releasing in September. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that thing out. The Power of Dating. That's right, The Power of Dating. You guys can go ahead and applaud that. And that's what kind of got me on this path right now. A few years back, I did introduce The Power to. Was a some amazing work. Got a lot of revelations behind it. I don't have a copy of it here, but you guys seen it. That book did go number one on Amazon, and it's changing lives. It still is. The power of to planner and the power to workbook is tools that I use in my daily life, and I highly recommend that if you haven't done it, that you go ahead and pick those up, because when I tell you, they are really good tools, and tools are just like anything else. They are, I mean, you can have I'm gonna just say a hammer, but if you don't properly use that hammer, if you don't use that hammer for what its intent is, then the hammer will not be effective. And it's the same thing with any book, or self-help book that you read. I kind of hesitate to call it a self-help book, but it is what it is, and it is, the purpose is to help you along this journey called life, especially when it deals with you and your relationship with others. And notice how I did not say your relationship with your spouse, although it can be isolated to your spouse, but it's not limited to your spouse. There is a relationship book, and it's going to help you and I believe in every type of relationship that you have. But more importantly, because I am who I am, we're talking about that relationship that God said in the beginning, that when He proclaimed, when He spoke it into existence, and said that that man should not be alone. He should not be alone. I think God knew the insight of man, and He knew that if we were to be the best that we could be, if God knew, and let me just say this, and I'm gonna, I'm going to, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I know what I want to do, but to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna have to jump. I wanted to jump on, but I have to really jump out because I have some work that I have to finish, and I want to have this as an ongoing conversation. I want to be able to to cultivate this, and I want us to grow with this because I believe that it's very vital to our success. But as I was saying, God knew that as good as He created man, as good as He saw man. I look at, I envision when God created man, He said, you are the apple of my eye. You're perfect. And then He said, but there's something about you, Eric, to where if you really going to live out the purpose that I envision for you, then I am going to have to give you some help. I'm going to have to give you a helper. In the Hebrew, the egdal, the egdal. Um, I can't, my mind just made. But what it means is in the Hebrew, it says a suitable helper. Amen. A suitable helper. One translation said an equal counterpart. And so a lot of times when we start talking about, a helpmate, we want to downplay, what that means. And that revelation of what that true word means is I don't see a down part. I see God saying that, I'm going to give you somebody that is going to take you to the level that I envisioned you to be. And I think that's a very powerful place to be. I don't want anyone to ever shortchange themselves and look at themselves and say, that I'm less than, because that's not how God sees it, and that's not how I see it. I see the power in that name, So Edzar Nigdal, yes, Edzar Nigdal, Hebrew, the suitable mate, the suitable helper, equal counterpart. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, guys, we on this journey, and we're talking about dating. We're talking about proper dating, efficient dating. So how many of you guys want to date with a purpose? How many of you guys want to date with the intentions that I want to be married? Now wait a minute. I know what you're thinking, because you kind of got caught up into this social media game where you really feel as if I'm okay. I can do this thing myself. I don't need the counterpart. I know that God had a plan for man, but I don't really I don't need her. I don't need him. And so to that person, I respect what you're saying. I understand it. I totally get it. But what I want you to do, I want you to kind of put that to the side for a minute, and I want you to kind of go back, and I want you before the hurt and before the pain and before the suffering and all the struggles, I want you to really go back and just think about what was it that God, what was that plan that God had for you? And I'm just gonna simply remind you that God had a good plan for you. He had some good thoughts about you, and all of that that God was thinking and all that good stuff. God envisioned you, to connect with your power too. He did. He did. And I know that we get to the point where we're saying, I can do bad by myself, or I'm independent, or this new thing that's happening where we're asking people what do they bring to the table, and all of it is to say that if you don't have anything that I don't have, then why do I need you? Oh yeah, but I want you to go back to the. I want you to go back to the original, the author. I want you to go back to the beginning. Before all that bad stuff that happened, and your heart got hardened. And I want you to think about the love that you had, the love not only the love that you had. I want you to think about the hope that you had. I want you to think about those nice and peaceful thoughts before you got hurt. And I just want you to think that, I just want you to go back and just remember that God had a plan for you. That's it. That God had a plan for man, and it was real simple. He was saying that, listen, as good as you are by yourself, then you're gonna be that much better when you connect with the right person. Oh, got to key in on the right person, and that's what I'm gonna be talking about in the power of dating. See, what I realized is that as good as the power to is, like I said, number one bestseller and on Amazon. And as good as that book is, and it changed lives and all that, that I can say, it wasn't quite complete, or was almost as if to say, Eric, man, good job, but there's something else I need you to do. And that's what I got from it. That's what I got when I was spending time with God. I got, and I said, God, I struggle with the whole idea of the power too. And we talked about that because I really felt I was in a place where I said nobody cares, and then all of a sudden God showed up and He showed out and He showed me how man, there's so many people that thinks like you think, and the more and I'm being encouraged because the more I started looking, the more I started realizing that there's a lot of people out there that still believe in love. They still believe in the matrimony. They still believe in the power too. And that was encouraging. But then I realized, guys, that we can't really understand the fullness of what the power two is because we were damaged during the dating process. See, something happened while you were trying to get to that place where you can, find that exard nigdal, that suitable mate, that equal counterpart. There was something happened and it derailed you from God's purpose. And see, what I want to do, and with the purpose of the power of dating, I want to show you how proper dating, if you do it correctly, is going to take you to your power of two. That's it. That's all I want to do. I want to show. And see, I know what you're thinking. I already know what you're thinking. Because you're saying, man, listen, I've been doing this on my own and I got this here. I don't need another book from you. I get it. I promise you I understand. But what I want you to just just bear with me because there's I don't want to offend you, but I gotta tell you the truth. I need you to look at your past. I need you to look at your track record. And I need you to be honest with yourself. And I don't even want you to answer me, but I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to ask yourself this question. How successful am I? Oh yeah, I know when you're saying, well, you can end them well. I'm not talking about ending them well. okay? Because I hear what you're thinking. Man, if things aren't going right, man, I know how to cut them off. That's not what I'm talking about. I want you to ask yourself a tough question. How successful are you when it comes to dating? That's what, I mean, how successful are you when it comes to cultivating relationships? How successful are you when it comes to picking the right person? How successful are you? I'm not talking about, I know what you're thinking. I'm not talking about how quick you can cut somebody off because, man, I can cut them off in a second. I'm not talking about that because I understand where that's coming from. And I know you think it's power, but it's from a place of pain. But I'm not going to deal with that right now. I'll deal with it later. I'm not going to deal with the fact that you're calling effective dating the fact that you can end the date at a drop of a dime. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about ghosting and gaslight. I'm not that. Listen, that's another show. But what I am talking about is you being honest with yourself and asking yourself a tough question. How effective am I? How successful am I? Do I really know how to date? Can I really do this? Because I had to do it, and I realized that there's some fundamental issues that we have when dating, and over the next few weeks we're gonna deal with that. Okay, so I need you to stay with me. Okay, let me pull up my notes right quick because I'm gonna just well, let's do this. Man, which one I want to ask first? You know what? I'm gonna just do this. I told you guys that I'm I have to go. Okay, so I said I was gonna get on. Hey, it's Sunday 9 o'clock, and I'm here. Okay, but I have a list of work that I have to do, so I have to get off. Okay, but I'm gonna ask this question. Okay, and then we're gonna pick back up. Maybe next Sunday, but I'll let you know. I'll post it. Okay. Um, what are your expectations? What are your expectations when it comes to dating? I want you to deal with that with me, okay? Leave what when it comes to dating, what do you expect from her? What do you expect from him? Okay, and that's the vein that I want to be in. Okay, we're gonna pick up there. Okay, we're gonna pick up right there. What is your expectations? Do you really know how to date? And so, okay, so let's just kind of lay out the format, okay? Because I want everybody to have the same information and be on the same page, okay? Um, so this is a person that you just met, okay? Y'all talked on the phone. Phone calls was good. Y'all the texting was good. The reply was good. Now, time for the first date. What are your expectations? What is your expectations? Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm gonna give you a hint. Okay, um, there's no wrong answer. Okay, there's no wrong answer. But I'm gonna tell you why there's no wrong answer. Because if because you have to have some type of standard. You have to be able to articulate what is it that you are expecting or not expecting, when you enter this date. And if you have not sat down and wrote out, an action plan, an expectation plan, if you haven't done that, then you don't know how to properly date. If you don't have a clear, precise mental picture of what your expectations are, you don't know how to properly date. So let's start there, okay? Let's start there. And I'm not going to go through this right now because my time is up, okay? But I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to be real with yourself. And I want you to ask yourself um, that simple question. What are my expectations? We go deeper. What do I expect from him? What do I expect from her? What is my expectations? And let's talk about that, okay? Let's open up the chat, okay? Leave it in the comments, and we'll deal with it, and we'll come back next week, and we'll look at these comments, okay? So, guys, once again, my name is Eric Kirk. I am the author of The Power to. Coming soon, The Power of Dating. Man, that's going to be your answer, your resource, your tool. Guys, I'll see you next week on the Power Podcast.
I have got an idea.